Going everyone, this is Jose Trujillo coming to you from a corner of my art studio here. And today I'm gonna paint a new painting, of course, a new painting, right? I'm gonna do a hold on. Trusted Starbucks. I'm gonna do a hillside landscape, sort of a. Some people call it California landscapes. I just call it landscape. However you want to call it, any name you want to use, it's totally cool with me. Here we go. I'm going to use a spatula today, okay, or a palette knife. Wait, I call it a spatula in maybe because we tend to say that in Spanish sometimes. Maybe also in English. I don't know. So here we go. Painting is very awesome when you give, either you let go of the tensity or the I made up words right now. The tension, when you let go of the tension in your hand and you give it more, kind of more slack, it tends to reward you, to put it in words like that. I don't know if you remember, those of you who follow my stuff, I was talking about putting more, if you're going to paint with a palette knife, use more paint, right? You want to use more paint. And the reason why is because the palette knife will reward you if you do that. That's how I do things, okay? That doesn't mean that this is the ultimate way of painting. But if you did what I do, if you're like, oh man, I like his style. That's one of the ways that I accomplish the look in my paintings. Is I am very generous with paint. I'm very generous with paint. I don't hold back, and when I do, I can feel myself kind of using fear. Like, oh man, did I too much? I used too much paint, and paint is going up in price. And then I have to remind myself, stop it. This is you chose this profession. Nobody put what we say in. I guess the saying is also in English. Nobody put a gun in, to your head and say you're gonna be an artist. So you have to take it with all. Sometimes you will use more paint. Sometimes you will use less. It doesn't matter. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because this kind of stuff does come up if you're an artist. Not for everyone, but sometimes people, because I believe the reason why this comes up is because we tend to enjoy other artists' work and we get inspired. So we see someone else's work and we go, oh man, he's killing it with that, with using very minimal paint. Why am I using so much paint? Or he's killing it with little paintings. What the hell am I doing? I'm making these huge paintings. I'm wrong. That's another one of those things that could really hurt you. Check out if you don't want to find out the hard way, check out my videos on that. Check out my videos on art tips and stuff like that for artists. Because thinking like that can really set you back in the game. Look, I believe that it doesn't matter what you do. I know there's people out there that say, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like that. I believe that it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you go full heart. You could be doing something, quote unquote, completely the wrong way, but if you go full heart with it, if you go all the way, if you like William Wallace would say in the movie Braveheart, if you just believe, they will follow you. It's really like that. If you just go full heart, it doesn't matter what you do, guys. It doesn't. I don't believe that it matters. I believe that if you go full heart at whatever you do, whatever style, whatever size, whatever, there is a place for you in painting, in a gallery, in the market, in your mind. There is a place for you. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it with heart. And I didn't understand that, because when people would say that, it sounds so ethereal, almost like a slap in the face. I would feel that way anyways. Like don't make fun of me. What do you mean go with all your heart? It's probably the single most important thing, but it's experiential. It's very difficult to capture, because one tends to believe that we learn things by mental things, like through our mind. And I think that we learn concepts through our mind, through our intellect. But life can only be experienced. There's no other way. There is just no other way. There is no way around that. And I think that many of us are taught to, because we do that, we have the luxury of just come up with theories in life. We have the luxury of our mind to do that. We think that, and I believe this is a flaw of the human being, something that we should be working on as humans. We tend to think that because it makes sense in our mind, it makes sense out there. And I think that most of us can agree that it's further, very far from the truth. So, without getting too deep on this conversation, it's the same way I believe with painting. Sometimes what I would do is that I would go to sleep thinking what I was going to do, how I was going to paint something. But, I would do that. I would go and start sketching and thinking how I was going to do something. And sure, that's food for thought, right? There's a place for that. But there comes a point where that is only a procrastination, and actually when you actually get to, it's like if you're a guy, or girl, whatever, trying to talk to a girl, and you're imagining what you're gonna say, and if she says this, you want to ask her out or whatever, you're gonna say that, and all of these scenarios, or she might say no, or that kind of stuff. And then you find out, I think this happened to Jimmy Fallon. And then you find out with Nicole Kidman, no? I only know of this time because of my wife. My wife loves pop culture, so I won't lie, I like it too a little bit. But then you find out that Nicole Kidman was actually liked you, but your mind didn't let you see that. Your mind was saying, "Oh, Nicole Kidman thinks I'm a nerd." Same thing with art, You're painting, you're thinking, you're putting too much emphasis on scenarios, but never really get to paint. And when you do get to paint, you realize that you probably didn't even like what you were doing. Anyways, I'll leave you with that, guys. I hope I didn't bore you. My message was really Fail by doing, don't fail by thinking. Please don't fail by thinking. Fail by doing. It's a much better failure. It's actually no failure at all. It's learning. I hope you guys enjoy this. Till next time. Thank you so much.